We're on our way to the safari. If you'll follow along through this video, this is Georgianne and myself taking our grandbaby girl Gabby down to the wild safari in Pine Mountain, Georgia. It's just a little southwest of Atlanta. We had a really good time. Started off going through a walk-through part of the park where you kind of walk through. There's some areas where you can pet certain animals and areas with animals that don't really like to be pet, but there's a unicorn. Just a really good time, really nice place. Found out that it's been there since 1991. Wish I'd have known about it when my kids were younger, but glad to have found it and be able to enjoy this day with Gabby. She had a really good time and just loved the whole day. It was just so much fun. So we went through this part. Like I said, it was about an hour to walk through this part, and then we were able to rent a car from them and actually drive through a safari. And I won't bore you with talking all the way through this video, but here I am following a bear around, just kind of see where he goes. It's kind of like he was trying to get away from me, so I wanted to follow him to see what he was up to. He kind of looked at me when he got out of that pool like, dude, can you stop taking a picture of me? I'm trying to chill out here. And then it was like he was trying to just go away from me. So, you know me, I'm not going to let that happen. So I had to follow him and see what he was up to, and then get around the corner here and realize that he had met up with another bear that I didn't even know was in that exhibit until I got around there to see them two huddled up in the corner. I guess they were talking about how all these people were getting on their nerves, so they said, let's split up. You go one way and I'll go the other way, and we'll see which way these people go. Kind of neat. You just kind of wonder what goes through these animals' minds when they're out there just trying to go about their day and people are bothering them. You can tell they kind of got a path around the track there. Not really sure what these even were. They were like Kaya, I think was the name of them. There's Georgianne's favorite, the baboon. Of course, my favorite's the wolf. He gets a little frustrated with me here too. You can see he kind of gives me that look right here, like, come on, dude, can I have a little privacy? And then I realized why he wanted his privacy. But it was just a fun-filled day. Again, it was probably about an hour southwest of Atlanta. It took us about 3 hours to get there, but it was well worth the drive. Gabby just really had a great time. She loved these peacocks here. I thought Georgia and I both thought that blue, black, and green one right there was beautiful. Wish we could have got it to spread its feathers open. Saw kangaroo and turtles, and Gabby got to pose as different creatures and fly a helicopter. She just really had a great time. But here we are right before we get to our car to head through the safari, and kind of neat. These guys block the trail going in. They kind of make you feed them right out of the gate so that they get first dibs on everybody's food. But we laughed, and some of the animals actually slobbered on us. There's a zebra all proud, and those were Gabby's favorites. She loved the zebras, and a couple of those actually walked up to the car and we were able to feed them. And big giraffe came and leaned his head in the window, and Gabby was able to rub his nose and feed him. And just a good time. Just a really neat place. I wasn't too big on them leaning in my side and getting slobber all over me, though. You know, I am about stuff on my hands, so I kind of leaned back and tried to toss the food in their mouth. Georgianne and Gabby was laughing at me all day about that. I thought those longhorns were pretty neat, with those big steer with the longhorns. Just a really neat place. Took about, I guess, an hour to drive through too, so probably spent about 2 hours there. They had a really nice picnic area. Wish we would have known about that. We would have went prepared and took a picnic, but I thought the rams were pretty cool. They didn't really stick their tongue out much. But for these kind of animals to just walk up and feed you, to me, it was just really neat. What an experience for a 3-year-old. There's Gabby drawing back. She didn't really know what to think once she put that in that big bull's mouth. But there's one of those tongues I was telling you about. You'll see a picture of Gabby in a minute holding up a towel that says, I got slobbered. So they sell you slobber towels before you go in. Here's some kind of neat bathing in the water. They were kind of separated the bison from, I guess those are elk. I'm not really 100% sure, but I tried to take a video of that one coming out of the water, but you could tell that buffalo kind of photobombed me. There's a zebra scratching his bonky on the tree. We got a big laugh out of that. Just really neat animals, really cool place. Just right down the road. Camels and really exotic animals. We were surprised at the people that drove really expensive cars. We saw BMWs, Audis, Lexus. I'm sure they left with a couple of dings, so we weren't brave enough to do that with our car. There's a slobber towel and Gabby's truck.